The journey from a developing nation to a global powerhouse is arduous, but achievable. Many countries look to the United States as a model for success. The US offers valuable lessons in economic growth, individual liberty, and democratic principles. By adapting these principles, developing nations can chart a course toward prosperity. This transformation requires addressing key areas that underpin a thriving society. One cornerstone is the emphasis on individual freedom. This freedom is enshrined in the US Constitution. These rights are the bedrock of a dynamic and prosperous society. When individuals are free to innovate and pursue aspirations, the entire nation benefits. The US experience highlights the importance of a market-driven economy. Capitalism, with its emphasis on competition and innovation, drives economic growth. Empowering individuals to own property and start businesses unleashes creativity and productivity. The American model also recognizes the importance of a balanced approach. While advocating for liberty and free markets, the US system acknowledges the role of government in providing essential services. A cornerstone of any successful democracy is the right to free speech. The ability to express one's opinions, even if they're unpopular or critical of the government, is fundamental to a free and open society. This principle, enshrined in the First Amendment to the US Constitution, has been instrumental in fostering a vibrant public discourse and driving progress in the United States. Free speech acts as a safety valve, allowing citizens to vent frustrations, share ideas, and hold their leaders accountable. When people are free to express themselves without fear of censorship or reprisal, they are more likely to engage in constructive dialogue and contribute to finding solutions to societal problems. Conversely, suppressing free speech can lead to resentment, unrest, and ultimately instability. Moreover, free speech fosters a marketplace of ideas where different perspectives can be debated and the best solutions can emerge. It allows for the scrutiny of government policies, the exposure of corruption, and the challenging of established norms. This constant exchange of ideas is essential for innovation, progress, and the peaceful evolution of a society. Developing nations in particular can benefit immensely from embracing free speech. It allows for the open discussion of challenges, the identification of solutions, and the fostering of a sense of ownership over the nation's future. When citizens feel heard and empowered to contribute to the national dialogue, they are more likely to be invested in their country's success. The Second Amendment of the US Constitution, guaranteeing the right to bear arms, is perhaps one of the most debated aspects of the American system. Proponents argue that it is fundamental to ensuring individual liberty and deterring tyranny. They believe that an armed citizenry acts as a deterrent against government overreach and provides individuals with the means to defend themselves against criminals. However, critics argue that the proliferation of firearms contributes to a culture of violence and leads to higher rates of gun-related deaths. They point to the tragic instances of mass shootings and gun violence that plague the United States as evidence of the dangers of widespread gun ownership. The debate over the Second Amendment is complex and emotionally charged, with valid arguments on both sides. Developing nations, grappling with their own unique security challenges, must carefully consider the implications of gun control policies. While the Second Amendment reflects a particular historical and cultural context, it also raises important questions about the balance between individual rights and collective security. Ultimately, the decision of whether or not to adopt similar policies must be made based on a thorough assessment of a country's specific circumstances, taking into account factors such as crime rates, the capacity of law enforcement, and the potential for abuse. The fundamental pillar of any successful nation is the rule of law. A just and impartial legal system enforced fairly and consistently is essential for maintaining order, protecting individual rights, and fostering economic prosperity. When citizens trust in the legal system and believe that they will be treated fairly, they are more likely to abide by the law, engage in commerce, and contribute to society. Conversely, a lack of law and order can lead to chaos, corruption, and a climate of fear. Without a reliable system to enforce contracts, protect property rights, and resolve disputes, businesses are hesitant to invest, individuals are reluctant to participate in the formal economy, and the entire nation suffers. Police forces as upholders of the law play a crucial role in maintaining order and ensuring public safety. A well-trained, professional police force that is accountable to the public it serves is essential for building trust and deterring crime. However, it is equally important to ensure that police powers are not abused and that citizens' rights are protected. Developing nations, striving to establish stability and attract investment, must prioritize the establishment of a robust legal system and a professional police force. This requires not only investing in training and resources, but also fostering a culture of accountability and respect for the law within these institutions.